everyone, welcome to another Random Talk Sunday. Apologize I had to delay this video up until now. I was pretty busy over the weekend and I got a little bit sick on Monday. I had a little bit of a headache, so I unfortunately had to delay videos up until now, but I should be caught up by the end of today. So without further ado, let me address what I want to talk about for this Random Talk Sunday, and that's leap year. As you may know, leap year actually did happen yesterday. Yeah, the interesting thing is leap year happens every 4 years, technically speaking, roughly. And the thing that's interesting about leap year is that not only does it come once every 4 years, but it's also a significant part into which how we sort of create the kind of calendar, at least that we have now. And the reason why this happens every 4 years is because technically every year is 365 and a quarter days. And again, they have roughly different minutes and hours added on to that. But generally rounded, it's 365 and a quarter days within a year. And so in order for the calendar to sort of catch up with itself, we add in the extra day every 4 years. Hence, we get a leap year. And this technically started within Egypt, as far as from what my research can tell. And eventually it transferred over to the Romans, who were sort of really responsible for creating the sort of general calendar that we kind of have now. And they decided to put in the leap day of the leap year on the 29th of February. So it really does stem back a huge amount. And a lot of it has to do with the way in which the Earth orbits around the sun and whatnot. So that's really also significant when you're looking at the sort of importance in like marking the days and whatnot. And it's really fascinating how the ancient civilizations were able to sort of incorporate their ideas and eventually make it so that it is the way it is now. And although being born on a leap year is relatively rare, it's still something that is common. And actually, I believe it was on leap year, at least there's sort of this tradition where a woman can propose to a man, something that they have for this particular kind of day that they sort of dedicate as leap year, or as part of the leap year. And oftentimes, I think, technically speaking, people sort of forget about leap year. And I think this makes sense only because it comes around once every 4 years. So I think people technically, they kind of don't really remember parts of what the year really entails. And its sort of significance to the whole way in which we set up the whole calendar and how we attribute days. But it's sort of nice to sort of kind of be reminded of it, whether that be through Google or other means. But I think it would be nice if it, again, I think it's obviously getting a little bit more recognized than it has sort of in the past. And I think that's probably due to technology and how, we're sort of honoring days more so than what we have in the past, which you could argue whether or not there is sort of a level of stupidity to it, dedicating a day to everything, I mean, it kind of gets a little bit out of hand after a while. But at the same time, it's important to, I think, note this particular day and year because it is, it holds a significance as far as how we attribute time and how we understand time in sort of a scientific sense. And that's sort of how we kind of attributed leap year. And the quarter days and however many minutes and hours is obviously based on again, our Earth's rotation around the sun. But I think that's really ultimately all I can say about really leap year. I mean, it's really not much, but really when you look at the way in which we, again, attribute things, it gives you a bigger picture as far as how we look at the sort of way in which space and time sort of work. But I think that's really all I can say, though. If there are any questions, comments, concerns, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a pleasant day, week, month, and year, and I hope to see you on the next video. Take care.